All right. So schizophrenia is a chronic, severe brain disorder that affects a person's ability to interpret reality normally. It causes a combination of hallucinations, delusions, disorganized thinking, and severely impaired daily functioning. The symptoms of schizophrenia, psychotic symptoms, distorts a person's thinking. These include hallucinations, seeing or hearing things that aren't there. Negative symptoms make it difficult for a person to function normally or show emotions. This can include social withdrawal, apathy, reduced speaking, and a lack of motivation. Also, cognitive symptoms, which affect thinking and reasoning, making it hard to pay attention, make decisions, or use information. So how do you feel about schizophrenia, and do you think that it's very prevalent in today's society?
Yeah, I think it is.
Do you think it's growing?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
What do you think's contributing to schizophrenia growing in our society today?
I mean, like we discussed earlier, there was a new research out that says that if you own cats during your developmental ages, like teenage years, you have like a 30% higher likelihood of developing schizophrenia, which shows there's a correlation between the two.
Between cats and schizophrenia?
Yeah, and so my theory is, if there's a correlation between cats, a 30% correlation, that's significant, where it's to the point where it's noticeable. What other correlations is there, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, do you think...
Like, what have they not discovered? Could be cell phones, could be red food coloring, right?
Okay, let's break down cats to begin with. Like, okay. I heard, like, this is all hood myths. I never really searched this up or researched this, but I heard that cats, like, in their poop, or like in their poop, there's like, or their piss, whatever their excrements are.
Yeah.
It manipulates their owners into going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
There's I just thought about this. There's a disease that rats have, where they give it to cats, and then no. Cats have a disease that they give to rats. And it spreads, and then it makes rats more docile and friendly with cats, to where they get killed by cats because they're not afraid of them anymore, to where it infects cats more. It's like a cat zombie disease.
Yeah.
It's a fact. So I'm wondering, and I'm no veterinarian, I'm no doctor, but like,
fuck it, take some
schizophrenia over here, this wild like rat zombie disease, that the whole purpose is to use a cat as a host.
Like, I feel like cats are the supreme. They're one of the, I wouldn't necessarily call them an apex predator, but they figured out how to be a predator in a way that's like elusive, and they still benefit. They don't get killed that often. Like, it's very rare that people get killed. When I lived in Washington, there was a cat serial killer. Like, that made it on the news because he killed so many cats with his own bare hands. And I'm like, this guy's fucking crazy. Yeah, like, to kill a cat with your bare hands is fucking insane.
Passionate.
Because they don't die easy. No. You have to really kill the cat.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like cats have a killer instinct inside. Like, I feel like cats, even though people like domesticate them, I feel like cats are still like, they're getting the last laugh.
Yeah, and they have 9 lives.
Yeah. So what's the correlation between a cat's personality and schizophrenia?
Yeah. I mean,
like, what do you think? We don't have to go off the like being precise and shit. We're just talking shit right now.
It feels right to me, Like, I'm not shocked by it.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this question.
Do you think so? You think that women, because I would assume women own more cats than men own cats.
So they're more susceptible to schizophrenia. I mean, mathematically, that would make sense.
Mathematically? Okay, so you support mathematics.
So we're doing algorithms here.
Okay, we are in the algorithm era.
I mean, technically, that would be true. But then we have to go into who's more susceptible to obtain schizophrenia and be stricken by it. Is it men or women? Is there what's the numbers on that? We have to look into as well.
Ooh.
Do you think more men are schizophrenic or more women?
So do you look at schizophrenia like an invisible gas in the air, and it's like you either have the components capable to fend it off, or you are susceptible to it? Do you look at it kind of like a DNA biological type of thing?
Remember the movie Bird Box?
I've never seen the movie Bird Box.
You gotta stop asking about it.
I haven't seen shit. I haven't seen the fucking
So I'm gonna tell you in 3 seconds, Bird Box. So Sandra Bullock is star. Huge movie.
That's all I needed to know.
Huge. It was massive on Netflix. The whole premise, it was an invisible thing that would make you kill yourself.
Was MGK in that shit?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
But maybe. He might have been an extra. I don't know. But the whole premise is if you don't look at it, it won't get you. You know, so like the bad guys that are infected. There's that meme where the guy's opening up the woman's eyes like this. You know, you probably seen it and didn't even realize it was from that movie. But the whole premise is, as long as you keep your eyes closed, it can't get in you. It can't affect you. So like, maybe if you look at a cat, if you pet a cat, you know, like who knows, man? Like, and maybe schizophrenia is like a common cold, you know, or tuberculosis.
Whoa.
Or yeah.
Do you think like
meningitis even?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Do you think
be very similar.
Like seeing is believing, right? That's what we're kind of. This is the basis of what we're saying. Do you think that ignorance is bliss in regards to schizophrenia? Because I feel like the more educated you are, at least in history, the more susceptible you are to schizophrenia. Like I think a history-based knowledge could also be a strong base for schizophrenia, because you see the history of the government, you see the history of society, you see the history of mankind, and then you create your own assumptions. You're like, oh, this is how mankind will react. There has to be conspiracies. There has to be people protecting their goods and resources. Therefore, there are people doing things and manipulating the government in order to prosper.
Yeah.
So it's like these schizophrenia thoughts turn more real because you have this basis of historical knowledge.
So two things. The first one's real quick. If dogs went to the bathroom in litter boxes in houses, would they be as popular? That's the first thing. So I think there's something here with cats and litter boxes and defecating and urinating inside.
Shitting where you sleep.
Yes.
Which is a cardinal rule.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't shit where you sleep.
No.
Or don't shit where you eat. Which is where you sleep.
Yeah, no, you're right. And then the second thing is, a lot of my experience with schizophrenics and understanding, and now you have way more experience and knowledge, I think, I have like things I've noticed, picked up upon. One thing that I've noticed that's kind of prevalent with schizophrenics and schizophrenia, people that I know that have been afflicted by it, is they're real into like Jesus. They're like super, they go all into Jesus, and then it makes you wonder, like, if they weren't indoctrinated and taught about religion, then where would that energy go? What would they be thinking about? And maybe is there a correlation?
Well, I mean, let's brainstorm it. Where do you think that energy would go if we remove religion from that person's consciousness? Where would that energy? Where do you think that energy would go? This is just
Or if we had like an alien religion where there's like an alien Bible, aliens landed. Would they be all talking about alien gods? Or is it, like, but I digress. So
no, I mean, there's definitely something there. I do know people who are schizophrenic, and they pay attention. They really lean on scripture a lot. But I mean, scripture was what it's for. I mean, I would argue scripture is for the schizophrenic. The people, because like human society before religion, we're just tripping. We're looking at all these fucking stars in the universe, and we're like, yo, there's mad existences out here.
Yeah.
We can't be the only people. And then here comes someone with religion to keep us on Earth.
Yeah, keep us centered.
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, quit all that fucking extra thinking.
Yeah.
Come back down here and let's worry about gay people.
Yeah.
You know, like that's like what religion kind of did. It kind of brought our thoughts back down to Earth. Are you a religious person?
No.
Yeah. What you spiritual or?
I'm very, very spiritual. I wouldn't say I'm atheist because I believe, honestly, a lot of people believe in God. I believe in the universe. It's kind of almost the same thing when you extrapolate it, right? I mean, how can you not believe in the universe? It's tangible. You can see it. You can learn about it. It's like a real thing.
It's unexplainable and tangible. It's the weirdest kind of.
It makes sense that, I feel like, we're all part of it, like, so it's all interconnected. So if I was going to lean any kind of way religiously, it would just be to science. But even with science, they only know a fraction, if that, of everything that's going on.
It keeps growing every day.
The more you know, the more you realize how much you don't know.
Dude, I would argue that most people are schizophrenic, dude. Like, if people just break down what they think in their head on a daily basis, they're thinking things that are abnormal to a pediatrician, to a psychologist, to someone who would have to sit there with a pen and a pad and analyze their thoughts. They're going to say something or think something that's outside of the box that would trigger someone's thought on schizophrenia.
You know, I hate to ask you.
Go for it, dude.
You've seen another movie because I know you haven't.
Yeah, what is it?
But They Live. Are you
No,
familiar with
I've
that?
never seen that.
Okay, you should. Portland.
I haven't seen shit.
Portland-based.
It's a Portland movie?
Roddy Piper is the star of it. Whoa. The whole premise is he gets these special sunglasses and he can see like hidden messages, you know, that we're all seeing and absorbing every day. This is very, very, like, honestly, like about as close to reality as you can get. You know, it's kind of a structure, but the whole thing is, you know, when you can see it, you know, you put it on and like, you know, like there'll be like a advertisement, but you put the glasses on, it says obey or consume or, you know, like all these type of things, you know. Hypothetically, if you're schizophrenic, maybe you're in tune to a radio wavelength that we are oblivious of, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's telling them actually what's going on, you know.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And we don't see that, but when you tap in, it's so overwhelming that you just get lost in it, and that becomes your whole existence at that point.
Yeah, see, there's a sweet spot because like you bit the apple and now you see a different reality than most people, but you can't consume yourself in the apple because then you won't be able to relay your messages effectively. Like if you're completely whacked out on these conspiracies to the point where like people are just like, yo, what's wrong with this dude? They're not gonna, everything's with a grain of salt. But if you're like, if you still maintain a little bit of normalcy and then you have a little tad of schizophrenia, then people kind of appreciate it more because they're like, okay, this guy's normal, but he's also nuanced enough to see that this shit is all controlled and shit. Like, what do you think the end goal is for the people who are schizophrenia, who are completely right in their thoughts? What do you think the end goal is for the people they're worried about, for the entities they're worried about? What's the world what is the schizophrenic's nightmare?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. You know, because they hear radios broadcasting on their walls, the government listening in on them, spying on them, 24/7. I mean, that seems like as far as the nightmares you could have.
So just constant surveillance. There's no end to the nightmare. Maybe
actually being in a cell, within a cell, being watched with cameras everywhere, actually where you can see them.
Yeah.
You know, not just a delusion of having that being the case, but actually a reality. I think that might be it. But also I have another question.
No, please. This is a free. We're here now.
Yeah.
We're
so, you know, you'd say, oh, people have a touch of the tism, you know.
Yeah.
What if you just had a touch of schizophrenia, right? Like, at what point is the tipping point? You know, is there people out there that have just a little bit manageable amount? You know, just, you know, they're working at Office Depot or whatever, but they have just a touch of schizophrenia, but not enough. You know, because we all hear voices in our head, you know, telling us things. You know, it's our narrative. We hear hopefully our own voice, but some people hear a bunch of different voices. Maybe there's one with a Cajun accent, or, you know, like,
right,
you know, things like that. Where do you differentiate? You know, you're majored, you're focused on psychological studies and you know, working in the psychological community.
Yeah,
like there has to be a spectrum on everything, right?
Oh, it has. The schizophrenia is 100% a spectrum, and I feel like there's certain events that have made schizophrenia worse. I mean, what year were you born?
79.
79. Okay. So you saw the crack epidemic.
Oh, absolutely.
That's probably fostered an extreme amount of schizophrenia, at least within the black community, because they're like, holy shit, where's all this crack coming from? Where are all these guns coming from? Now the cops are here. This is a constructed system that's against us, clearly. Yeah. That's the 80s. The 90s begins the wars in the Middle East between Americans, like the Desert Storm. Yeah. Desert Storm was the first one, and it's like, okay, why are we over here? Really? Yeah. Oh, word? They got a shit ton of oil and opium. Ooh, what a surprise! Yeah. And then 2001 hits, fucking September 11th. Oh shit! Did George was our government like? There's so many major events, and we're not even talking about the '60s before you were born. The whole '60s, mad important people were getting knocked the fuck off. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, JFK, some random niggas that we don't even know that were hella important. Like, you know who also got knocked off later in life? He's from out of Oakland. Fuck, I can't remember his name right now, but he's a black guy. He killed police officers. He was a part of the Black Power movement. Fuck, I can't remember his name right now. He survived it. He got found not guilty. Then he got killed by a crackhead in like 2000 or like early 2000s or late 90s. He just mysteriously was just outside and got killed by a crackhead.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's these things that happen in our society that are like fostering more people with schizophrenia.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, look at Sirhan, right? You know what that is?
No, I don't know.
No,
I have no idea.
He assassinated RFK.
Oh,
not JFK, but his brother.
Wait, RFK, the nigga that did the food groups and shit?
Well, his dad.
Okay.
He assassinated his dad. He was running for president.
RFK Senior.
Assassinated by Sirhan. And then, Senior. And then you transport to the 80s, where George Bush Senior is vice president. Ronald Reagan almost gets assassinated by someone. And what do they have in common? Schizophrenia. He did it because Jodie Foster, he thought Jodie Foster, the actress, wanted him to do it and he would impress her. So he tried to kill Ronald Reagan. Sirhan, classic, like MK Ultra, schizophrenia situation. Same thing. So, maybe, I'm not going to go too far out here, but, you know.
Fuck it, just say allegedly. Just say allegedly before you say some bullshit. That's all.
Allegedly, maybe there's something that's producing schizophrenia that we don't know about. We talked about cats. That's one thing that's scientifically proven. Now you can Google it.
Well, we can take a quick sidebar while we're doing this. This is all related to schizophrenia, but like parasocial relationships, people who have relationships with you because they see your persona personified through the internet, people who make portraits of you, you know, people who really care about you so much without you ever even knowing them. They make this art for you. I'm not talking about these people. I'm just saying in general, parasocial relationships. There's something that's connected between the visible representation of a person and then the media consumption of the consumer, and how these relationships combat each other to make the schizophrenia population grow. What have you seen people who you would maybe put in a fan category who displayed characteristics of schizophrenia?
Yeah, I think anyone that's in the public eye, you know, is going to, you know, just like Jesus, right? Not I'm comparing myself. Not them.
Jesus probably came across a lot of schizophrenia.
But I'm saying, like, who's the bigger celebrity? You know, there was a point where...
And they killed Jesus, and that created schizophrenics.
There was a point where Michael Jackson was more widely known and popular than Jesus on Earth, you know?
That's wild.
In the 80s, they did a study. Michael Jackson was more known. And
That's crazy.
I think schizophrenia, you're dealing with what's in front of you, you know what I'm saying? So if they're pushing religion in front of you, they're pushing Michael Jackson Thriller in front of you, whatever it is, Ronald Reagan, you know, Jodie Foster, that whole thing, whatever's in front of you, I think schizophrenic, it's inevitable you're going to latch onto that and then take it and run with it, you know?
So what do you think the underbelly of a schizophrenic is? Is it the lack of like a mom and dad in their life that was loving and supportive? Like, do you think a person could grow up in a completely healthy family dynamic and still become schizophrenic, or do you think there has to be a deficiency somewhere?
You know, I have personal experiences with multiple schizophrenic cases, and in virtually every single one of them, family dynamic, mom and dad are married still. They're very supportive of their schizophrenic child. So maybe there's something to that as well. Maybe if it was kind of a shattered household, you know, like single parent household, maybe schizophrenia can develop. I think there's a lot more that needs to be kind of, you know, we're not really looking into everything. If we're looking into cats, that's just one thing. Let's talk about what, you know, statistics if it's single mother household, single father household, foster child, you know, across the board. Like, there's probably so many different dynamics that cause this or are kind of enrich it, you know, like fertilize it, you know, who knows? But it's there, you know. We could go back to, you know, what was the study they did where they gave everyone syphilis, right?
Oh yeah, Tuskegee.
Tuskegee.
Yep.
Right. So Tuskegee, right? They inject people with syphilis and study it in a small town to see how it spreads, and it's perfectly normal to do that back then for the government, of course. And then they find out and they say, "Oh, don't do that. That's not good. That's not right." And what happens after that? The AIDS epidemic, right? Mm-hmm. Like immediately afterwards, almost like that was a precursor to that. And allegedly,
yeah,
legend.
You're just gonna say allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
It's a wild coincidence, right? But schizophrenia. I'm sure there's experiments about that. There was a lot of mental health things in the turn of the century.
Yeah.
Lobotomies were a normal thing for a time, right? And I'm sure, what percentage of people that received lobotomies were schizophrenic? Right?
It's so interesting that you bring up lobotomies and the syphilis movement through Tuskegee experiment, because it's like when the COVID shit hit, everyone's like, "Yo, y'all gotta go get these vaccines. You gotta get these vaccines." Like, you want us to trust the government after they're legally documented as people who have used their influence in a negative way to coerce people to take vaccines. Like, you just expect a certain population of people to just willingly run to get a vaccine because after going through this traumatic experience through their generations, it's like it was a very confusing time, COVID, and I think that's why it's another one of those landmark conspiracy schizophrenic moments, because that was probably on the larger scale. It was inner like financial, like people who were broke were affected by COVID, people who were rich were affected by COVID. So therefore people were able to sit at the home from different scales and analyze what's going on and gain their own conspiracies. So now there's rich schizophrenic people and there's poor schizophrenic. It used to just be like a medium scale to poor. Like, it used to be like financially limited, but now even rich people are starting to experience schizophrenia, which is very fucking intriguing, because like when rich people have schizophrenia, that's when things get scary, because they have money and influence, and now they can effectively do things with this influence that benefits their schizophrenia. Like, now we have our first trillionaire. And I would argue that schizophrenia led this trillionaire to want to get a spaceship to leave the world that they're used to go somewhere else.
That's very plausible.
That's completely.
You could be hearing voices in like the walls telling them, like, and watching them, and he needs to get off Earth.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I got to get out of here. This place is filled with hundred thousands, millions of years of trauma, human betrayal. We got to go somewhere else and start over.
If you watch interviews with Elon Musk, like Joe Rogan interviews, when he gets asked a question, it takes a second. You can see him mulling it over in his head before he answers anything. And it almost kind of seems like there's like a committee of people in there kind of going about, like a debate class, determining what the best answer is or what the right answer is. Like, I totally could see schizophrenic possibilities there.
Yeah, how do you answer questions? Do you throw it through a committee, or do you just say the first thing that comes to your mind?
It's out. It's in.
You seem very poised. You don't seem like you answer questions immediately.
I'm in the public eye.
You're like a politician.
Definitely not saying anything that's going to hurt my brand or.
So you got at least one committee. You got the brand committee.
I have the filter, But I don't really need a filter. I don't feel like I'm this wild guy. Like, in reality, you know me personally.
You're very logical. Yeah, very logical.
But I'm low key. I'm not a wild guy.
But sometimes logical is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you're overly logical, you could still be. There's like this threshold. It's like logical, racist, sexist, homophobe. That's what happens. If you can take it all the way to the line, but once you get right past this line, you're racist, sexist, homophobe.
Slippery slope.
You're too logical.
Too much.
You got to pull that logic back in, and then right before that cutoff point. So you how do you pick between what you stand behind? Like, do you have any like takes that are super controversial that could get you canceled, that you're willing to stand behind?
No, I do not. Absolutely not.
Yeehaw!
But honestly, though, I really don't. Though I'm not sexist. I'm not racist. I'm not, I just want to enjoy life and relax. I don't have any kind of weird takes. It's just true. I want everyone to enjoy life as I enjoy it, however they want, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. I'm for it. Period. Politically, everything. I'm completely neutral on everything.
That's good shit, man. You're doing good, dude.
Yeah, man. No.
Fuck, cheers.
Yeah, not my first day.
Hell yeah. That's good. That's good. I have takes that will get me canceled.
I believe it.
I sit on them. I fester them. I've tried to figure out funny ways to say them so I don't get canceled. That's the key.
You say, "Oh, well, I'm just joking."
Yeah, you got to throw some charisma in there.
I learned that early on. Like as a kid, I was like, "Well, if you say anything and it upsets people, if you say, oh, I'm just kidding," afterwards,
man,
it negates everything. Like,
bro,
washes it.
That's how my last ex left me, bro. I was saying I'm just kidding too much, and it was too funny. I was getting too funny for the I'm just kidding. Like, there's a certain threshold of funny. Like, you can be kind of funny and say I'm just kidding, but if you're like funny and you say I'm just kidding, they're not. They don't care about that part. They're like, nah, you meant that shit.
It stings. It's too close to home.
She was like, I can't handle you. You're telling too many jokes, and I'm just kidding's not working anymore.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, there's a half-life on it for sure.
There is a fucking half-life on being funny, man. But I mean, it's crazy because now, like, doing comedy, like, people are taking your words a lot more serious now. Like, when I do jokes, I just had a joke that kind of went viral, like semi-viral, but it went viral with like I was making fun of a basketball player for Portland.
Oh.
And he served in the IDF.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, bro, everyone in Portland screams they're so woke and everyone's running around the streets doing these fucking protests, but no one's protested the game one time. I haven't seen no purple-haired liberals at the protest. Yeah. And bro, Israel came after me, bro.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that shit.
Somebody just commented Netanyahu's picture on a FaceTime call. I just pinned that shit.
Yeah.
Bro, they've been coming after me, but I appreciate it because I think every community of people needs to have a comic who hits them in the gut at some point.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I'm the comic for any group particularly, but I think that every comic, like every group, should have a comic that says some shit that makes you feel uneasy. You know, like if you're just walking around going to comedy shows and you're enjoying every bit of them, and at no point no one says anything that like hits you in your fucking heart, then you never saw comedy. You don't even know what comedy is. You just like laughing at other people. That doesn't count.
It's like bowling with the little bumper things.
Exactly. It's like you never want to feel the gutter ball. You just want strikes and spares.
Yeah.
Like, no, dude. You can't get spared in comedy. There's no spares in comedy. Everybody got to get hit.
That's the whole point.
Everybody gets a strike. Everybody gets a strike in comedy.
Yeah.
So that's why I like comedy, because it's like I have to learn how to deal with the backlash. Like for me, I'm pretty chill with it. Like when I get negative comments on the internet, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm learning to just like I read them and they do kind of hit sometimes if they're really good and thought out. But like I get over them. Like how do you deal with negative like comments or negative criticizers in to you?
Unfortunately, and there's I forgot who it was, the old saying, but it's like if you want to avoid controversy, do nothing, be nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only way you're gonna be safe from people hating on you and saying negative things about you. So the fact that people are going out of the way to try to denigrate you or tear you down, it shows that you're doing something with your life. So it's kind of justification for me, or just making me feel like, okay, I've arrived. I'm somebody. Because me and you aren't going to go on Instagram tomorrow and hate on someone's Instagram post that works at 7-Eleven, like, oh man, you should. That Slurpee machine is always out of, like, oh yeah. No, man. Like, people only go out of the way to talk shit about people that are actually doing something, and it's just envious. It's very, very blatant what it's about. And I get it. If I was in their position, I would do the same thing.
Really?
If I was in their position, I would.
What do you think they're getting out of it? What do you think they're getting at? What do you think haters get out of hating?
Well, I mean, they're just miserable with their life, and they're aggravated seeing someone, and they might even, it might look great when I'm doing on social media or in advertisements, but in reality, I could be miserable. Who knows, right? But just the fact that someone is out there doing something and following their dreams or building something, and then someone out there that's never had the courage to go follow their dream or never even had a dream, maybe, and so what they get out of it is, it's kind of like, well, fuck this guy, like, who does he think he is? He's not, he's not that cool, this and that, but I get it, because you never had the courage to follow your dreams. You didn't, for whatever reason, your antenna to the universe wasn't bringing information in, and you didn't have a path to follow or anything, and you're stuck in this position. So of course you're gonna hate on someone else that's doing something. What else are you gonna do?
Yeah, this nigga commented on my Facebook. He was hating on a video I did. He was like, "Bro, this guy fucking sucks. He's not funny, right?" So I click on his page. I go to his page, and he makes music. He makes music, and he plays the guitar. And I watched the first video, and that shit was ass.
Yeah.
And I wanted to comment so bad under his picture and be like, "You fucking suck."
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? Nah.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna give it to him.
Yeah, because if you do it,
Then you feed
then
back
they
into
feel
it.
that I got to them.
Yeah.
You validate what the fuck they're saying.
The
only thing you can do is just watch it, man. I see so many things over the years, comments about me. Of course. Of course, someone's gonna talk shit.
You just hung out with someone who semi doesn't like you today. That's good. You're doing good, man. You're turning people.
I mean, if you meet me in person, I'm very humble. I'm very, I learned that from E40 actually. Humility, everyone's the exact same. We're all in this together. You have nothing to gain by being too good to talk to you no, man. Everything is a karmatic circle. It's a cycle. You get out what you put into it. You know what I'm saying? So, if someone, negative energy, let's say hypothetically, and this is something I think about sometimes too, is that we are all one,
I agree.
There's a theory that we experience everyone's life, we are all everyone all the time, because time, let's say hypothetically, time doesn't exist.
It kind of doesn't.
We're people from history. We are all part of everyone, and everyone is like drops of water in the ocean, kind of. We're all the same. We're all one. So, if that's the case, if someone doesn't like you, if someone doesn't understand you, typically when people don't like you, for the most part, if you're a likable person and a genuine person, it's only because they don't know you.
Right.
They've never talked to you. They never met you. I would gather. I have a lot of people that hate on me because I'm, the shit that I do is outlandish. Yeah. I get it, but
I don't know if you want some of this. You chilling?
I'll do a little bit.
We're vibing.
But how many people hate on me and comment negatively on me on Instagram or Reddit or whatever?
You made it to Reddit? You're getting hated on Reddit? Oh man, hell yeah, bro. Me too. Hey, that's how you know you made it when there's a Reddit post about you.
Countless. It's because my car. Yeah. It's because my car.
Yeah, somebody came to a show of mine in Salem, Oregon, and he hated my shit, bro.
Yeah.
Because you know what happened? Somebody called me. It was early. It was when I first got back from after Kill Tony. So they brought me up. They were like, "This, you might have seen this guy on Kill Tony," and I was still feeling insecure about it because I know everybody in Portland doesn't like Kill Tony.
Yeah.
So I came on stage. I was like, I know you guys fucking hate Kill. I came with that vibe. I know you guys fucking hate Kill Tony. I get it. But some dude in the front row wrote like a big ass thesis. Novel. Yeah. He wrote a little thesis about how he hated me. He's like, this guy fucking sucks, and he was talking shit about Tony, and everybody in the comment was killing him. They was like, nah, dude, he's a good dude. You don't know what the fuck. I was like, damn, Reddit stood up for me. So you made it to Reddit, bro.
I mean, I made it everywhere. You know, I've been doing this a long time.
That's good shit.
But the thing is, all the people doing negative comments and stuff, like, and all this stuff, no one has hung out with me, actually. And then a year or two later, went on Reddit or disparaged me online about something, you know, like. So it's only people that I've never met before, which I totally get.
Who see you from afar, they see the image.
Just assume I'm a douchebag. You know, I understand.
They're like, there's a bunch of naked women giving them $25. We got to get this nigga out of here.
Enough. Cancel him.
What the fuck is going on here?
Indeed. Yeah.
Why are these naked women giving him money?
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. And then I got a vagina on my car. It's too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
Rubbing it in the face.
The combination is way too much, dude. You got to pick one. You either get the money from the naked women or have the vagina car. You can't have both, bro.
You know, but at the end of the day, man, like it's inevitable. You know, like
it is. It is inevitable.
You could be Tom Cruise. You could be anyone. Anyone in life that's doing something. Mm-hmm. Guess what? Scrutinized.
Yeah, I would argue.
Hating.
I would argue.
People talking about.
You cannot be great without hate, which, back to our earlier point, is a form of schizophrenia.
Yep.
Because if you're trying to be great, and in your head you're like, people are going to hate me. People are going to hate me. People are going to hate me. That's a branch of the schizophrenic tree.
And maybe if you're a random person out there hitting on a celebrity or someone doing something on social media you've never met, you don't know, maybe that's the offshoot of schizophrenia as well. Because we talk about schizophrenics focusing on Jesus. Maybe haters are focusing on different celebrities. Could be 50 Cent, could be this, could be that. And then that's like a mild, like a touch of the tism.
Yeah.
A touch of the schizophrenia.
No, that's real.
It could be hating and hatred could be a mental disorder, a legitimate mental disorder.
When was the last time you hated on another person?
Never.
Never? You never hated one time?
No, I mean, people don't like, but I don't think that.
What qualified you hating them? What about them made you have some hatred towards them?
I think when I was a kid, I remember. I'll go back to the 80s again. The 80s.
That's a good time.
All the answers for me. 80s were
legendary.
Together. I learned that. In the 80s, I was a huge baseball. I played baseball. Got the game-winning triple at Alpenrose Dairy.
Oh, nice.
Won the championship one year.
Shit.
I was the shit one year. And we traded baseball cards. My favorite baseball team in the 80s was the Oakland Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about Oakland A's. Yep. And back then, it was Mark McGwire was the top player before he was on steroids.
Oh, this is pre-steroid era.
And Jose Canseco.
Pre-steroid Jose.
Jose Canseco was always on steroids. But I love the A's. I love Ricky Henderson. Tommy the
Sorter or whatever?
Tommy the Sorter was Dodgers coach.
I'm tapped in.
But I always hated Jose Canseco. I love Mark McGwire. I just gravitated. I was like 5th grade or whatever, 4th grade. I gravitated towards Mark McGwire and everyone else, but I hated Jose Canseco. I couldn't put my finger on it.
He's
Why?
Hispanic.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think that was the reason. No. And it turns out he was a horrible person. It turns out he ended up being a big, huge snitch. He rat on everyone in the.
I wish I knew how to say
league.
snitch in Spanish.
Yeah.
Keep talking. I'm gonna look up snitch in Spanish.
Whatever rat is.
Yeah. That's
Rat's
true. I feel like snitch is a different word. I feel like Mexicans have made up a snitch word by now.
But like I didn't even know what a hater was back then.
Ooh, snitch in Spanish is hold on.
Soplona.
Soplona.
Soplón.
Soplón. That's snitch in Spanish.
You don't want to hear that.
You don't want to hear soplón. Soplona.
Yeah,
you fucking soplona. Soplón. That's good.
Yeah, but you could say, in the 80s, I was a Jose Canseco hater. And that was before he was dating Madonna and doing all this other stuff. It wasn't because he was a successful baseball player or whatever. I just didn't like him.
You hated Madonna?
No. I didn't hate Madonna. Madonna was in a wonderful movie in Portland, which I'm sure you never saw.
She did a movie in Portland? What the fuck?
Body of Evidence.
Damn. She's a body of evidence.
Filmed in Selwood in a boathouse in Selwood.
She has a
I encourage
body full
all
of
your
evidence.
viewers to watch
There's
Madonna and William Dafoe.
There's Tupac evidence in there. There's some Drake evidence in there. There's some Jose Canseco evidence in there.
Definitely.
There's a lot of evidence in Madonna. Somebody swabbed this woman.
But so that was my time hating. I hated Jose Canseco. I love Mark McGuire. I didn't really understand why. I just felt this way. And maybe that's how...
He was a blue-collar guy. Like, a lot of blue-collar guys like Mark McGuire. Like, I like Mark McGuire, and I was just a regular person. There's something about him. He looked like he worked
family
hard.
Man.
Yeah, he looked like he worked hard.
Embodied the spirit of Americana.
Yeah, he showed up to work every day. He swung that goddamn bat. He got it fucking done, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that whole era. Like the what's the dude who played for the Cubs? Sammy Sosa. The dude who played for Seattle, Ken Griffey Jr. Barry Bonds, of course. Jose Canseco. All of them, bro. Baseball was so fun, bro.
Yeah.
Steroids were illegal.
Yeah.
But again, schizophrenia. You know, it's like the cheating, the sports, the gambling. Pete Rose, schizophrenia.
Yeah, Charlie Hustle.
Come on, man. Like the collusion. They're catching a lot of basketball players now. We just lost our head coach, Chauncey Billups, to gambling. We're losing players. They're getting real indictments over gambling. Like there's a compilation on YouTube of a basketball player literally. He's not even playing defense. He's trying to grab this last rebound so he can get his people paid. You can see it.
Yeah.
Collusion's everywhere.
Yeah, you're right. It's fucked up because now everyone's going back to games.
Yeah.
And it's footage, it's video evidence of gambling, collusion. And it's horrible to watch and multiple Portland ex-Trailblazers actually.
The Jailblazers. I gotta watch that documentary.
Oh, it's fantastic. But if you grew up, if you lived here and were a fan, like it's all just stuff you already know. But it's still cool to see Portland represented on Netflix, and
we went from the Jailblazers to the Jawblazers.
Yeah. You're right.
How do you feel about Ja Morant coming to Portland? He's about to be on the Bulls. This nigga about to be at your events. This nigga about to be at your events.
That's what they say. Yeah. No, I'm so
and Ja about to be close friends,
no,
bro.
I'm so excited about it, man. Honestly, I'm really am, man. That's what. The last time a big ticket player like that has came to Portland was Scottie Pippen. Not to
Clyde Drexler. Does he count?
Well, Clyde Drexler was from Portland. Like I'm saying,
he's from Portland.
No, I mean Clyde Drexler started in Portland, blew up in Portland. Ja Morant, all-star player from Memphis, comes to Portland. I'm saying like someone that's already seasoned,
a ticket player,
a marquee. Adidas, a Nike signature shoe.
Oh, he's Nike guy. He's a Nike. I didn't know he was a Nike guy. Fuck. Okay, that helps a lot because Beaverton's right up the street.
The whole thing, man.
You think he's gonna be with these hoes though? You think he's gonna be focused or he's gonna be with these hoes? I think Ja Morant's about to be with these hoes.
I think it's gonna be low key, man. I think it's gonna be focused. I think Portland. People don't want to come to Portland. Big tickets players like that, because he's getting paid from Nike. He's getting all these endorsements. And I think he's going to be able to kind of reinvent his image. And
I hope so.
Memphis is a crazy city, man. Like, you can see why he got sucked into all that and wanted to be.
Portland is oddly like Black Memphis. It's like if Memphis was all white people, that'd be what Portland is. It's a bunch of just like, grungy whites just out everywhere. Gas stations, fucking dive bars. That's like black. That's like Memphis.
Mm-hmm. Now, we still could possibly trade Ja Morant. I don't think it's going to happen.
We need him. We need him for the city.
But I think, I'm a huge Blazer fan. My whole life I've been Portland Trailblazer. I'll die a Portland Trailblazer fan.
Good shit.
So I like to consider that I know what I'm talking about a little bit, but I think the magnitude of this trade is the same magnitude as when we got Scottie Pippen. He hasn't won the rings, and it wasn't with Jordan, but the fact that he's a marquee player and he's so talented, I think if there's ever an opportunity for him to like really excel and be just blow up, and then we got a fucking squad right now, man. Like Damian Lillard,
it's a lot of guards. It's guard heavy. We don't got no big guys.
We can get big guys.
We got to trade we got to trade like Scoot. Is Scoot still here? I think we got to trade Scoot. We got to trade Scoot for like a third round power forward who's like 6'10" or something. Because you guys, we need a big, because like Wemby's still here, bro. Wemby's here and Chet's still here.
I mean, we're gonna see what happens. Like it's a business, but we're making all the right business moves.
Yeah.
The thing is, you bring marquee players. Guess what? Instead of like 3 games on ESPN next year, now we have like fucking 15 probably. And that just don't let us go on a run. Like towards the end. So it's like it's such a good business move. And just such a great move for the city,
It brings more black people.
People say players don't want, exactly. It just brings everything here, more eyes to that we're serious about sports. And
his dad's gonna be in the front row. His dad's fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, his dad's gonna be popping it, man.
John Moran's dad's cool as hell. That nigga be at the games.
Yeah, they're gonna love it, man. I talk about going to Eugene.
Damn, Portland is growing.
Or you could just drive. If you're in Eugene, everything kind of slows down, right? At most you drive like 5 minutes in traffic in Eugene, so if you compare, traffic is fucked up in Portland, don't get me wrong, but Memphis versus Portland, I think everything's going to slow down for Ja, his dad, whoever he brings out here, probably everyone, and they're going to be able to kind of stop and smell the roses, not to be, no pun intended,
all pun intended,
but I think that it's going to really provide an opportunity for him if he wants to.
He's got to lock in.
Get that fucking run at the end of his fucking career. This is the launching pad potentially for him. So I'm excited to see it.
Yo, if Portland wins a championship, maybe within the next like 4 years, that'll be fucking crazy.
Well, now's the time. Now's the time for a run. Yeah.
Because it'll be like a New York type of run where those little pieces build into a big piece.
All of a sudden, this is
we need a big man though. Like our big men are too European. Like we need just like some sturdy motherfucker who just gets down there and gets busy, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but I think Portland has the ability, especially if Dame stays healthy. But I'm just worried about Ja because like this city really swallows up like talented men.
It's like a sleeper.
It is. It's like it's like the sand, the quicksand. It's like quicksand for like a famous guy's penis. You know?
Yeah. Very plausible. But we're all the own masters of our destiny. So it's like
you got to be locked in here. You got to come to the city and be ready to work.
Yeah. Are you disciplined?
Yeah. I think the city's so chill that people don't. It's hard to be disciplined here because it's such a chill city. Like the city feels so comfortable. It's so snuggy. It's like a snuggie. Like this is if I could put one word on this city, it'd be like this is a snuggie.
Yeah, you're right.
You get in this motherfucker, you feel warm. You feel the breeze at the same time. It's like a hug that's always happening, and you don't need anything else.
Yeah, it's not like New York where every day you get up, you have to have like $300 just to go outside. And survive.
Like New York, you're automatically looking up. You're like, damn, I got to climb a mountain.
It's in your face every day, in Portland, and that's what I'm saying. Like Portland to Eugene, Memphis to Portland, like it's that kind of same kind of just. It lets you put things into perspective a little more, and you can kind of grow, or you could barbecue or mildew,
right?
Essentially,
right. And I'm hoping that it just adds because like right now I feel like our scene is like oddly bubbling. Like I feel like our scene has this weird creative energy. Like there's this rapper in the scene right now.
Yeah.
His name's Three-Way Hefe.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, but he had his first headlining set in downtown Portland, and I was like, me and him are kind of parallel. Like we're like in the same arc. Like we're both like alternative to Portland's like history, but we're making noise and we're really talented. Like we're like in the same. I see him as me. Like if I was a rapper, I see him as me. So I went to his headlining set just to feel like the beginning of something that could really do something.
Yeah.
And I feel like our city kind of has that energy right now where it's like if we just lock the fuck in, like we just stay focused, we keep creating, we become masters to the fucking craft. Yeah. This will go.
No, yeah, you're right. Portland is the canvas for that.
Yeah.
That's what we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Portland, you could do whatever you want. You could go out tomorrow to get lunch, and Bill Murray could be there.
Yeah.
Portland is a weird vortex it's kind of unexplainable almost in a way. And I've seen it my entire life, and I've traveled. You've traveled. You've lived in other places. Something about Portland, it's like a magnet, and anything is possible. All things are possible in Portland, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's so much potential in this city, man.
Yeah.
I really do believe in this city. Like, you know, sometimes people give me shit because I talk shit about it, like on stage, but like that's just to be funny.
Yeah.
But like in reality, like this city's one of the best cities in America, man. Like between like affordability, creativity, connectivity, like those ivities right there, those three ivities, like that makes this city like above most cities.
Yeah, it's a lot of ivity. For sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of ivity, man. It's a lot of ivity. So I'm very curious to see how Ja's presence is going to add to all of this ivity, because if he just decides to just be a normal face that pops out, even if he's not, like, if I saw Ja out at the club, I'd be like, nigga, you need to go to the gym. Like, get out of here, you know?
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing here? But, like, him being here would add so much extra. Like, it would just make the city more
It's
valid.
co-signing.
It's a cosign.
That's what I'm saying.
We need this. That's what this city's missing. I think this city's missing like a real cosign.
Yeah.
You guys get like invisible cosigns. Like you guys will get like, this city will get like a cosign from afar.
Yeah.
It'll be like a guy being like, oh yeah, Portland strip clubs. You know, that's like a fake cosign.
I remember when Drake did the song Portland.
Exactly, which was a dope ass cosign, but it was still kind of invisible still. Damn. How did I wasn't living here when he put that song out? How was Drake's Portland song like received here in that moment?
Wonderfully. I think he even shot a music video for it, or he shot something in Nike campus for that album, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But I mean, man, that's the thing about Portland too, man. Everyone that grew up in Portland and lives in Portland and loves Portland, any kind of little scrap you give us, we love that shit. We'll take it all day. It doesn't matter if it's, you know, convoluted or we don't really understand the whole thing. Man, give us a shout out, you know, on any kind of national thing, or, you know, have a local athlete, you know, from Portland, you know, being the Celtics or whatever, you know, like all that stuff. We'll eat that up, and we take it. We have so much pride in our city.
Right. Yeah, this is summer. We're in the summertime right now. Shit's getting wicked. You know, people are outside. I feel like gun violence is rising in Portland a little bit. Have you seen gun violence rise in the city over the time you've been here?
I mean, it's absolutely rose during COVID. Like
rose.
We were
the Rose City.
We had there was a time we had more homicides in Portland than Seattle and San Francisco combined.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was a wild time.
You could kill somebody here and get away with it. That's the thing. That is a cool part about Portland.
Well, statistically, you know, there's that many numbers. How many can they solve? You know, but honestly, you know, kids, if you're listening, it's impossible to get away with anything nowadays. Like, I wouldn't even recommend trying to get away with anything.
That's right.
Like, police don't even have to work anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
Between people posting on their social media the crimes they do, and cell phone triangulations, videos, ring doorbells everywhere.
There we go.
Yeah, there's no. Just say no to crime.
Say no to crime.
Don't do it.
What's the name of that bear? Who's the dare? What's the dare bear's name? What's that nigga's name?
McGruff the crime dog?
Yeah. You're the McGruff of crime.
Yeah.
So, speaking of crime, just say no to crime. Fuck. I was just, damn it. Just
you can edit this out later as well.
No, I can't edit nothing out. This is all pure. This is all pure flaw.
Yeah, let it flow.
But there's a.
Not Zilla.
You said what?
Is that Zilla?
No, Zilla's chilling, bro.
It sounded like she shook like her tail
Yeah,
She
nah.
was like,
I was trying to remember where he was getting at.
Yeah, I was talking about fucking
He had a
crime.
point that was on point.
God damn it.
It'll come to you, man.
Yeah, it'll come to me. But crime happens, man, and people are doing crime. And Portland, yes, saying no to crime is good.
It's the only way, man. Like, you know, I used to look at in the 80s, I was like, oh man, they had it so good. Like the mobsters in the 40s and 60s and shit, you know, like, oh, you could never get caught, you know? And in the 80s, oh man, like, you know, it's impossible to get away with anything. Fuck. 2020s, like,
Camera everywhere.
oh my God. Yeah, no,
That's what I was going to bring up.
There was no DNA in the 80s. There was no anything. Like, but I looked at it like, man, I don't, you know, like, you're going to get caught doing, you know, anything, they're going to find, they're going to know, you know? And and maybe I'm not wrong. You know, like I think in the 80s they had satellite technology that was recording everything on Earth. Not to go back to my conspiracy stuff too much.
No, we can stay in all the
I'm
conspiracies.
in my wheelhouse with conspiracy stuff, but that's how I looked at it then. But now, looking at it now, it's like, oh my God, like it was the Wild West in the 80s. You know?
Oh my God, absolutely.
Yeah, you could do everything back then, and compared to now. Like,
I mean, that's when all the fucking like unsolved mysteries and all that crazy shit was going on.
Yeah.
Like that shit used to keep me in the house. I would watch unsolved mysteries and I'd be like, I don't even want to go outside, nigga. The streetlights are on.
Yeah.
Let's do some clickbaity shit.
Okay.
Gucci Man LaFleur was seen on camera getting robbed by his artist that he signed, Pooh Shiesty, forced him to sign out of the deal. Gucci Man is noted in paperwork identifying culprits of the incident. Do you believe that Gucci Man is a snitch?
100%. You know, like, I mean, that's the definition of a snitch. You know, like even if it's if it's business related, that's just how, you know, like
shit.
If you're in a criminal lifestyle, that's the line right there. You know, and unfortunately, the older we get, the more it's the new norm. You know? Like you have to expect everyone to snitch. You know,
fuck.
Like, and that's another thing about the 80s. You know, like there was that. Like you would not want to be a rat. You know.
Yeah.
Now there's such a ridiculous amount of confidential informants, and you know, anyone tonight could get pulled over with a gun. You know, that has knowledge of things, and get arrested, and then magically just disappears. You know, if they know enough things. Damn. And in this era, I mean, and again, kids, you know, I tell you, I implore you.
Damn, kid.
No, don't do crime. Do not do crime, because it's a dead end street completely now. It might not have been before, but you're guaranteed to get ratted on now, no matter what. And now you have gangsters, real legitimate gangsters, regular rats, rat, you know, and that's and it's publicized, you know. Who knows all the people that we don't know about, right? How many other rap artists that we don't know about?
Damn. You know, I used to look at Gucci Man as like pseudo Jesus, bruh.
He was like
I ain't gonna lie.
He was like the mascot for gangster.
Like when I was 13, I used to walk home from school with like some of Gucci's like mixtape, just gutter rap songs, and I would just. I love Gucci Man so much I didn't like Jeezy. That's how much I like Gucci, bro. I like Gucci so much I was like, bro, I don't even fuck with Jeezy.
Yeah, honestly, I hate to admit, but I was the same way, you know.
And it's like to see a video, to hear about paperwork of Gucci Man snitching, like that.
It's futuristic.
That's like a part of the bingo card that I didn't even fathom.
No one was ready for that, man. Like,
and he looked so pedestrian in the video while he was getting robbed. He just looked like he's like, man, like, look, you're dropped from 1017.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, no problem, buddy.
You're good. Like, you know,
there you go.
I said, no, Gucci, no.
Yeah, that's tough, man. It's like, you know, they say
that shit broke my heart.
Yeah, don't meet your heroes.
God,
you know,
damn it! Don't rob your heroes.
We saw the Young Thug situation, you know.
Yeah, I never was a big fan of Young Thug. So when he was doing all that extra talking on the phones and shit, I was like, that it don't really mean nothing to me, because I never believed. Like, I think I was too old. I was like before his era. I never believed in Young Thug. Like, when I saw him, he was always kind of like a little weird to me.
Yeah, I get it, but what I'm saying is, this is where we're headed as a society.
Everybody's snitching. Would you ever snitch?
No, never in a million years. I want to snitch on anyone. But I'm stupid for that.
That is a dumb take.
Kids, I'm telling you right now, I am in the wrong for not snitching. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, because in the future, guess what? All your friends are going to snitch on you.
Yeah,
you're going to be the one
friends
holding
are going to snitch on
the thing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to.
So I don't listen to me. Don't take after me. It's foolish of me to not snitch. My life could have probably been a lot easier
if you were a snitch.
I swear to God, it would have been easier.
Tell me the biggest way your life would have been easier if you were a snitch.
Well, in general, you know, you can just walk around with impunity. Oh, well, if I get caught with this gun or caught with these drugs, I'm just gonna rat on someone and
fuck this
nothing.
guy.
Nothing's gonna happen to me. You know.
Damn.
And then and now one of the biggest law enforcement budget things is confidential informants. They're getting paid full salaries.
They get paid good money.
So you're out there doing something, you shoot someone, or you get caught with drugs or a gun. They bring you in, and it's like a job interview, you know. And like, oh man, you're affiliated with who and what do you know? Oh well, here, how about we let you go, but here's the catch: we're gonna let you go, but we're gonna give you a ton of money, and you just gotta feed us information about all your friends and things you hear on the streets and what you know. And in every city, everywhere, 1 million people like that, and that's what you're up against. You're not just up against the cell phone triangulation, cameras everywhere, police with drones, canines, information. No, there's legitimately people whose job it is to provide information about criminals.
They gotta file taxes every April. Because they get paid from the government,
and they're not windless relocation. They're not this.
They're staying in the same.
They're
location.
in the communities. The people you know,
the same location.
People you respect. The more you respect them, the better. If you respect them, you know, I grew up, you know, that makes you more valuable. You know, and that's the reality of the situation. So again, kids, say no to crime. 100%. In 2026, Gucci Man, powerful lesson, and that's the important lesson of Gucci Man is that's just what it is, and that's what's going to be. It's just you're going to see more of that. The older we get, we're going to see more Gucci Mans. More of our rap artists are going to end up being informants. We're going to find out about it, you know. And it's too bad, but it makes sense logistically, you know. Like at some point, you know, whether he's a clone or not. He was put in a situation, business-wise, where, you know, he didn't really have another option, you know. I mean, he could have not ratted, but... But they ratted on themselves. They filmed the entire robbery.
Yeah.
And that's the sign of the time. So it's like, either way, you're going to get ratted on, whether it's you trying to get clout or someone telling on him. But either way... It's better just get a 9 to 5 and have a nice girlfriend and live a comfortable life and not worry about any of this shit, you know, in my opinion. But back in the day, it sounded enticing, you know. They make it sound so good. The songs, the movies, all the programming to bend the law a little bit. But in the reality, and if you look at throughout history, it's not even really right now. It's not the fucked up thing is this isn't a new thing. If you go back to... it was the guy Frank White, or no, not King of New York.
American Gangster.